I would like to take a moment of silence for Ubisoft because I think any hope of a redemption arc has now, at least in my eyes, gone out the window. Now, I know I said in my last video about Ubisoft with all the accusations in the workplace, right, that if we just got coherent leaders in that company and got all of the, gears towards making a game instead of, throwing people off with politics. And this thing snowballed. Thanks to the Streisand effect, we got to see in full blast just how bad things got. Japan even got involved. Like on a world stage, Ubisoft has made itself look so bad. And you know what's sad? I love Far Cry 3. I love Far Cry 4. I love Far Cry 5. 6 still has a spot. All those Assassin's Creed games. Honestly, I had some really good moments with them. And honestly, I never really even thought that Mirage was that bad, Assassin's Creed Mirage. I thought that was really good, actually. I'm going to throw that out there. That was honestly a good game. It was a good step up, It wasn't too oversized with not a whole lot like Valhalla was. It was pretty short, but it didn't feel drawn out. It just felt like, again, it was there to say what it had to say and walk off. And that's the way it should be. But this whole Shadows thing, the doubling down, instead of saying, okay, yeah, you know what, you're right. We'll just do better, right? They gave us all these corporate statements and everything. And the thing is your average everyday person is waking up to the games of what corporations do, and they put on a giant smiley face while, also, trying to keep you in a box. And if you don't want to buy their product, it's your fault now. Now, obviously, the reason I'm making this is because we all know that Ubisoft is hiring a team of lawyers to basically monitor how people are perceiving this game. And if they have anything bad to say about it, don't, or else, pretty much. Apparently the mission statement is to, protect employees because now they care so much about employee safety. And I'm going to be the first to say, well, I'm probably not the first. I know everybody has made this a gold standard. If you're really harassing the employees of Ubisoft, don't do that. I know they work for the company, but a lot of those guys are just doing what they're told. A lot of those people who work for Ubisoft are not making any of the big executive decisions. So yeah, no. Do not threaten, do not harass, do not berate any of the employees. But when it comes to criticizing the entity of the company of Ubisoft, as long as it's not a threat, I think you should be able to say whatever you want. If you don't like the game, you should be able to say it, whether it's about the story or not. But seeing how these corporate definitions always shift, it's not too far-fetched to say that if someone says, well, I saw a bug while I was playing the game, you hurt our employees' feelings. That was their first time making a game. You must pay the price, bro. It just shows that, just because you're on top and just because you're the king doesn't mean that the subjects can't criticize you. You could have everything and still lose it. And the thing is, this is the final nail in the coffin for Ubisoft, right? Why do I say that? Obviously, it is my opinion. They might get absorbed. They might merge with a different company. Who knows? And in fact, honestly, I think it might be better that way. I'm going to be real. I think they might make a better game that way. However, let's look at the bigger thing. Obviously, Ubisoft is like that kind of person that will always deflect, twist words, point the finger, talk about you behind your back, slander you behind your back. They're reminding me of that kind of person, the one that just never takes responsibility. And I said I was going to review this game fairly after all the drama and just look into getting it and just playing it to see as a game how it stands alone. And honestly, yeah, I don't think that this lawyers thing is going to go very far because, you know, people have the right to openly express how they feel about products. You know, you can't really just... It's like when someone brings out fair criticism about someone and then they threaten to sue them for defamation or something like that when, you know, obviously the only way you're going to have a case for defamation is if you're reckless about what you say and you're adding to the lies yourself. Usually when people are giving opinions, and I know I'm not a lawyer, but I that word gets thrown around so often that I looked into it. And from a legal standpoint, people are allowed to still share their opinions without being called or accused of defaming someone or something like that. I'm just going down this legal avenue because obviously, but I digress, you know. The fact that you're trying to make it so people can't say anything except for the opinions you want out there that are going to be good on the PR, your best bet is to kind of just walk away. Not because you think that they're actually going to do something, but no matter how hard you try, to get them to see the light, they will always point the finger at you. And the best way to handle someone who doesn't take accountability is to walk away. Because if you criticize the game, you're hateful. If, you know, you find a bug, oh, you must be harassing the employees. Yeah. So, you know what I'm going to say? I'm not buying this game anymore. I am going to have to vote with my wallet on this one. Obviously, there's going to be people who are going to review it, and I've already seen some reviews come out. And let me tell you that they took out all the story and just looked at it objectively of a game standpoint. It doesn't look good. It's not looking good for this game. So I think that the biggest, most smartest decision, because of a lot of different incentives, walk away. Obviously, like the previous Far Cry's and the previous Assassin's Creed, am I still going to play those? Am I still going to talk about those in the future? Yeah. But you guys have made it very clear, unless you have something nice to say, don't say it. Okay, well, obviously this petty move, I can't really see any optimistic outcome for this company because this is going to backfire and make the fans even double down more. Like, honestly, if you were to, and I'm not saying that this is a fact, but it's just a theory, right? It's a theory. Sometimes I feel like these executives at Ubisoft want the company to go under because maybe they have some secret, like, you know, hedge fund or something banking on the company to fail so that they could ride off into the sunset or something like that. But who knows? Maybe they are taking a secret underground buy. I can't prove that. But is it? It's very justifiable to speculate on at that point. Again, I'm not saying that's fact, but that's what that behavior says. It's like, are you guys have some sort of secret hidden financial incentive to just be able to sell off the company, make what you can, and ride off into the sunset at least? We don't even have to get conspiratorial. But we can't just look at it through a common sense business thing like, hey, if we sell this off, we make a ton of money. We can make a lot of problems disappear. So, yeah, let's just make ourselves look as bad as possible in PR so people really turn away from us, and then there's no choice. I don't think they want redemption at this point. But that's all I got to say. Yep, I'm going to say that as a final disclaimer. That is all my opinion mostly. This is my thoughts on this whole predicament. And you know what, Ubisoft, if you don't want me saying anything, I guess I won't. I guess I just won't buy the game. I'm not going to give you my money like I've been giving. I've been a very faithful customer. But this title, careful what you ask for.